And they expect that place to be maintained.
No.
Okay, moving on now. The watchword of the Nigerian Army is discipline and professionalism, and the hierarchy is sticking by this. In the face of the controversy surrounding the arrest of a soldier by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for breaking traffic rule, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja, said only one soldier insulted the governor over the incident on social media, and he has been arrested breaking at the function in Enugu. General Lagbaja said investigation into the matter is ongoing. Let's hear from General Taoreed Lagbaja. My producer couldn't get that video. I'm sure we'll get that video in the course of this thing. And this is, you know, in line with the views of Babajide Kolade Otitoju and Mojid Jamiu on the issue during the program on Monday, when they asserted that the army chief must not tolerate indiscipline by soldiers. Let's share that view with you too. Oh, my producer is saying you can't get those videos now. Jide, we said it, and this is coming out. First of all, we identified those skit makers and clowns that came out from the military guys, not that man that he was based abroad and to Mojid and everything. And we're able to say that, no, that one is not a soldier. He just came out to be spin whatever he knows how to do. But now, I mean, they've reacted to say that it's just one person.
Yes, it's a good thing that the army has come out. Yesterday, in the course of the program, remember someone sent me a message to say that the matter was being dealt with, and I was really impressed. And today, the Chief of Army Staff addressed that matter frontally. That, look, in the army, we take discipline seriously.
That's number one thing.
That the people who insulted the governor, they found out that only one of them is a soldier, and that guy has been dealt with, arrested. The matter is being investigated, and the army will come up with their final position. You know, usually that person will go through their own trial, orderly room trial. Then after that, if there is need to hand them over to the police, the army will do that. They first will conduct their own trial. Once they've dismissed you, then you can go and face civil prosecution. That is I wonder why we can't play this, the governors, the Chief of Army Staff, this, because I have it on my phone. It's already, the video is already going viral, so we should be able to show our people, let them hear directly from the Chief of Army Staff.
Sure, first us should be on it. We still want to show that video. We show General Lagbaja and
I think that will serve as a lesson to others. You cannot be a soldier and be an embodiment of indiscipline, even if you have no home training. Once you've entered the army,
yes,
the army will straighten you. They will reset your brain for you. Okay, so you then will be expected to behave normally in a manner that reflects the discipline that the army is known for. You can't call yourself a soldier and sit before a camera and be abusing people old enough to be your parents. Even by our culture, if not because everything is collapsing now in our country, by our culture, even when an old man insults you, you can't talk back.
You can't even look at
his face. You have to do like this.
Yes.
You can't even look at his face.
But this generation, a self-entitled generation, believe that. No, so you can even spit in your face. The self-entitled generation believes that, you can talk to anybody, insult anybody. You know, this same Sanwo-Olu during the, they were even abusing him. he came to address them,
Yes.
then SARS people.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And they were
I
still
remember
abusing him.
Okay, say were.
He said, he dignified them with his presence. Yet they still insulted him. That's why I say he has to show a much more aggressive.
The governor was shocked. Wow.
He said, no, yeah, like, we're now.
How can he be called the governor?
But they called him, and the people calling him, some of them are now as old as his children. You know, so I think that even for those who are edging on that soldier, those who sat on social media encouraging him, telling him that he has done the right thing, when the soldier sits back, he will realize that he's been misled. Misled by his own lack of a sense of reasoning and the fact that he could listen, or that he listened to cyber, how do I even describe that? I don't want to abuse them.
Apart from, when you look at this action, on a good day, this soldier cannot even stand in front of Governor Sanwo-Olu if they meet or no. But the airspace, this internet thing, has given a platform for everybody. It's like a leveler. Anybody that is not even out.
Well, I think this issue of that's why control has to come in. This issue of citizen journalism. Anybody who has a phone, Android phone, you believe you can do anything. You can comment on Facebook. Most of those people are even commenting ignorantly on Facebook. They are abusing people who can be of help to them in future. Most of them run into problems because of what they have commented on Facebook, on platforms, on groups. So this is an evidence that this present generation of young people that we have in all strata of society, either they are properly brought up, or they are not properly brought up, or they are properly brought up and they imbibe wrong values. Because naturally, having a uniform is you are supposed to dignify that uniform. When you now use that uniform to oppress or to insult others, it means you are not qualified to wear that uniform in the first instance. So when people join the military in those days when we were young, when you see a policeman coming, you will behave yourself. In those days, policemen are not armed. They only carry baton. When you are in military uniform, they respect you, not because you are above the law, but because they expect that you are disciplined mind. But most of those people who are in uniform today, they wear uniform to go to banks, to jump queue. They wear uniform to go to post office, to push people aside. They wear uniform to seek undue advantage. I think uniform
to escort drivers,
to drive drivers on illegal
carrying contraband goods.
Soldiers are escorting Yahoo boys.
Yahoo boys.
Yes.
They wear uniform to smuggle goods. They wear uniform to take the wrong way. So they are demystifying the respect Nigerians have for people in uniform, because we are supposed to respect them. Soldiers are the ones defending us.
Okay, I think we have the video now.
I would say that the soldier that was apprehended by the governor of Lagos State.
Wow, this is the video. Still working on that video. So it's time that the soldier, Nigerian army, they will just redeem the image that we used to know for discipline, for forthrightness, and everything. We shouldn't see one rich man. You know, you are not a soldier. Nobody is entitled to a military escort. Apart from
to undue privilege to abuse the law.
A civilian, you'll be carrying a soldier behind you.
Behind you, yes.
I said soldiers escort even trucks,
smugglers. Yes, yes, they escort smugglers across the border.
Okay, I'll take it again.
I want to say that the soldier that was apprehended by the governor of Lagos State while flying on a one-way does not represent the Nigerian army, because in every respect it contravenes what we stand for, which is discipline as an army, and it contravenes the constitution and the laws of Lagos. And so we frown at that as the army. But for what you allege that soldiers have gone to the social media casting aspersion on the person and the office of the governor of Lagos State, I would say it's only one soldier that has done that. The army has investigated, that soldier has been apprehended, and we are investigating for every other comic acts that you have seen on social media. They are not personnel of the Nigerian army. We have investigated that. From the mode of the dressing of some of them, you will know that they are not personnel of the Nigerian army. One of them was wearing the cap badge upside down. And you will know that that is not a personnel of the Nigerian army. An officer can never do that. So we have investigated some of them, and from the utterances that these people made, you will know the angle from which they are talking from. They were talking politics, not army. So we'll leave it at that. For the ones that pertain to the army, we are investigating. It will be treated accordingly. Even this morning, as I arrived in Enugu, the Chief of Administration Army sent me a draft directive that he was sending down to all formations and units of the Nigerian Army to further sensitize our troops on the need to be disciplined and abide with the laws of every community where they are deployed. So we are serious about upholding laws, upholding rules, and remaining disciplined, and we will enforce that on our personnel.
Going on in our country. We are watching out, and I've asked some of my friends in the army, because the impression must not go out there that under Lagbaja there is a collapse of discipline in the army. The Lagbaja that we know, or that we used to know, will not tolerate this kind of nonsense. Yeah. So those boys must first be identified.
Yes, we fish them out.
And let us see whether they get away with this.
Errant characters like this should be dealt with, and I want the chief of army staff to look for those small boys who are abusing the governor. They should parade them. We want to see them so that it will serve as a deterrent to others. They were not taking to
the military duty now. What are you even doing?
Even if you are on military duty, you are not in the military to go and be doing civil society.
The other, remember those ones the other day who blocked the road when the governor of Kogi was passing?
Yes.
And they would not leave until the governor called the chief of army staff. In the end, when they were told, look, consider yourselves dismissed,
they started begging.
They started begging. They got to the governor's house as early as 6 a.m.
They were begging.
Begging, because they knew that.
They knew the game was up.
What this character has done is even more embarrassing. You know, it does not portray the army.
During on the final note, we asked the army, we challenged them to act swiftly, and General Lagbaja has replied.
Yes, it's confirmed to us that the boy is in custody. Yeah. That's what we want to hear.
Yeah.
Those who are supporting him, who are encouraging him, let them go and free him from the detention we are in.
Yes, those who are edging him.
Let them go and remove him from the guard room where they are putting for his act of indiscipline.
Yes.
That means he can even face Lagbaja and tell Lagbaja you are very stupid.
Yes.
That's what it means now. Remember, one of them even abused Buratai. So civil society, they were calling for his release and all that. What is your business? Army has its own rules. You can't be a small boy in the army and abuse the chief of army staff. It's not done. And that no one will not be encouraged.
At all.
So this is the thing. This is the right thing to do. When people misbehave, they must know that there are consequences for bad behavior. And the army should not be a place where people of aberrant behavior are harbored. There should be no reason for that in the army. And they should respect constituted authority. That is what their rule book says.